All right, we got another big stack of comics that I'm trying to get through that I read over the last couple weeks, and hopefully I can remember what they're all about. Uh, don't know if I mentioned we did go see Eli Ross Thanksgiving movie the other day for our anniversary. Uh, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Or actually, no, that wasn't for our anniversary. The anniversary one we went and seen free. Oh no, can't remember it, but it's got John Cena, and he's basically a injured military special ops type character that ends up getting new job set up from Christian Slater, and he's got to play bodyguard for the gal that is going to go interview a leader of a war torn country, and all kinds of hell breaks loose, and it's a lot of fun. It just gave me that Romance in the Stone style feel, all those type of movies. Uh, very well done. Another John Cena flick that I ended up really liking. Did not expect to end up liking it more in the end than I figured. And then Thanksgiving, but Eli Roth, that one was a lot of fun. I did not expect to like that one as much. I expected it to be a good slasher film. This I could see going on at least a few more uh, movies about it in the future. It was fun listening to him. He was just recently on the Chris Jericho podcast, and he was talking about it all and how he basically came up with the idea for this movie when he was like 13 years old or something. He had to write something. This is what he basically wrote. And then once he researched everything, it fell into place nicely because there is a John Carter that is part of history in that region, and they were able to play off that name well. So that character worked out perfectly as their slasher character that they'll be able to hopefully go on with in the future, like Halloween, Michael Myers, and Jason Voorhees, and Freddy Krueger, all our different great slasher characters. Uh, but yeah, I really enjoyed the way they did it. The whole theme and the crossover and all that. And it's nice seeing Eli get his hands into something like this. And like he said, it was very enjoyable for him to do. It was something he could play with and do what he wanted with. He didn't have the big money corporations breathing down his throat, pushing out certain movies that he had to, and then here dealing with like Hostel and Kevin Woods and all those. And just with all the murder porn, you just get so sick of the screams and everything else. And it was nice to hear he does too. So just want to go back to having some fun. So yeah, that was a great movie. Glad I checked it out. Me and the wife. My wife. So yeah, two good movies in the past month that we enjoyed. And the John Cena one, we were able to be the only ones in the theater for that. And then Thanksgiving one, there was only four other people in that theater. One because the same row we were in, there was a older couple, probably close to 70s, and they're just giggling away. It's just funny. Older people giggle away to in a slasher movie. But yeah, that was fun. So let's get some comics. Try and get through this huge stack. We got Deadpool Badder Blood, number 5. This is the final issue. But we are going to see a third. It's going to be a trilogy. So we are going to get that from this at least. But crew of characters. Oh, they do have the thing I can read in the beginning here first. Of course, this is done by Rod Liefeld. And then we got Chad Bowers, part of it. Chance Wolf, Corey Hampshire, J. David Ramos, VC's Joe Sabino. Deadpool's search for his old high school pal, Miles Ellison, aka Thumper, has taken a turn. Deadpool is hunting down Dr. Van Struten, the man who transformed Miles into Thumper. Then Wolverine and Cable discovered that Van Struten had turned over a new leaf. In fact, Thumper was trying to kidnap and force the Doc to create an army of super soldiers just like him. Deadpool set off to foil these plans, only to find himself at odds with Arcata and her enforcer known as Kill Bill. The fight with Kill Bill did not go well for Wade, but eventually, with the help of Spider-Man, Venompool, and Wolverine, they were able to take down Arcata even as Kill Bill got away. Or a mercenary group has Cable in their clutches, and Wolverine's only hope to bust Mr. Summers out lies in this ragtag team of Deadpool, Spidey, and Venompool. Buckle up. I love this team up of characters. They're a lot of fun. Of course, you got the back and forth banter, especially between Spider-Man and Deadpool and Wolverine, and Deadpool and Cable, and the Wolverine and Spidey, and just all kinds of little back and forth banter. But Thumper is being taken over by this Dr. Van Strudel guy, and our characters come in just as all this is happening, and they gotta deal with everything and battle away with all our characters, and we get to see some characters I've never known before, so it was nice getting introductions to them and learning about them, the ones that are part of the core and everything. But see this gang, I mean, they could easily be the next Fantastic Four and make it a lot more fun. I just love the way these four work together, and then you throw Cable in the mix. I'd like Thumper in there. I still feel for Thumper. I still like the character, even though he went bad for a while and all that stuff. But it's not his fault. Just a young kid gets put into a superhero shell and forced to do things they didn't want to do, and just you got to feel for the character. But great run again. This one started off a little slow, I thought at first. Wasn't too sure about this round, but really loved the outcome of it all. And looking forward to the third volume when it comes out, which will probably be Badass Blood or something like that. And we got our quick Kickstarter, the 6th and final issue, I believe, of Dwellings. Hope they keep making these things. I always love the old school look. You get the old school advertisements and everything. It's a wonderful old comic feel, the newspaper page style pages. Again, we're dealing with characters that are a little spookier than other characters, and they're hanging out together, and they have a school friend that's just a little shithead and just doesn't put up with anything and doesn't like being told what to do. And there. He's got a strange sister that's kind of spooky, as you can see here, hanging out in the tree. Uh, yeah, she's got her weirdness to her. We got like a witch in the woods entity that the gang deals with, and then it's all running off. You're kind of going back in time and back and forth because you're got one of your main characters from the childhood characters that's in a therapy office, and the therapist is going over what happened in the past, and he's trying to bring up things, and as he is, certain things are setting him off and doing things that are all part of the story. A great story. Can't stop following it. But I hope they bring out more. I will definitely back whatever he puts out there. And this is done, of course, by Jay Stevens or Steffens. Great job. They have the first 3 issues out on pre-order right now. I think the first issue either came out last month or is coming out this month, and you'll be able to see where that goes. I'm assuming it's the first 3 from the 6-issue run. The covers look like ones that I didn't see before, and I'm just interested where it goes. So we'll just see what happens. Then we got Elvira in Monsterland. This is the final issue of this one. 5 by Avalon and Ball. Let's see. Let's give the final synopsis. Previously, Elvira was enlisted by the space-time cops of Novazone Express to discover why Vlad the Impaler was raiding the multiverse of monsters and kidnapping creatures. Elvira uncovered the mastermind helping Vlad was the disgraced abusive director Stanley Salivia, who she'd last seen trapped inside one of his own crawling creep movies. Now he's back with Vlad, and he's amassed a monster army with one goal: conquer the Earth. Crazy stuff, right? David Avalon. You got Vlad, who went time jumping with the remote control into all the different movies, and taking all the movie monsters from all the different shows that we grew up on, and built himself a mass monster army, do their bidding, and take out all these other characters. And when they do, we get a huge battle in this one, a huge final battle, and we get to see all the good and bad characters ganging up and crossing over, and see where it all goes, and find out what happened with the remote and what the whole remote concept is and what's going to happen with it. Again, another wonderful run, and this one will be leading us right into, it's not going to stop, it's just going to keep doing the mini 5-issue mini runs, but this will be taking us into Elvira in Monsterland. We'll be returning in Elvira meets H.P. Lovecraft, which I'm not a fan of H.P. Lovecraft stuff, but Elvira's in it. I will definitely check it out. I think the two will flow together well. It just means that we're going to be dealing with a lot of Cthulhuism and stuff like that happening in the future. But then we got I Hate Fairyland number 10, or Fuck Fairyland, as I pick them. That's the covers that I go for. Again, we do have the story so far. I can do that. Terabella and her witch friends really got a broom up their butts about about Gert zapping her into a pile of ash. Well, now we've seen Gert as a dragon, and that sickening image will be burned into our minds forever. After the great witch battle of the century, Duncan, Dragon, and Gert only have one thing left to do: to try and escape Fairyland. Find Queen Claudia. So yeah, our dragon boy and Gert and our little fly character, done by Scotty Young, Brett Bean, and Jean-Francois Bellew, Nate Picos, and Marla Ezek. All kinds of people. But they're off trying to hook up with what is it, Queen Claudia. Yeah, Queen Claudia again. Put her through stuff, but it's funny because it's like she comes across the moon starts melting off. If you know anything about past issues, the moon went through some drastic changes because of Gert. It's like, why would you push her even more? And you're gonna pay for it. But Gert gets herself put in prison so she can hook up with Queen Claudia, who just happens to be in prison. And you can just imagine what happens getting her there and in there and out of there. But yeah, if you're not reading I Hate Fairyland and you are missing out, it's just a blast. Well done, Scotty Young. Can't go wrong if you're into that stuff. Yeah, Gunslinger Spawn. This is number 25. I hope this has a final episode coming out by like 32 tops, but we'll see what happens. But after receiving his gift from Dakota, Gunslinger continues to hunt for those who had destroyed his family. And yeah, he comes across another character. We start out with a truck driver seeing a horse in the road, pulls over, just so happens the horse transforms and Gunslinger appears, and he basically is associated with people that the Gunslinger is still hunting down from the characters that attacked his wife. And he comes across an entity and explains to him what Gunslinger did to his family and what's going to happen if he doesn't take care of things. Yeah, it's still going strong. I'm still loving the Gunslinger run the most out of all the Spawn stuff that I am reading at the moment. But I am really hoping that we finalize this storyline. I want to know who's going to sit on that damn throne, and we're going to get some finalization hopefully soon. We got Happy Astronaut. Number 1. This one gives us an introduction to Happy and Hap and what happens, what he was doing for a job prior to becoming Happy Astronaut, and get to see them on their travels. The artwork's a lot of fun. Characters are a blast. Loving where the story's going this new round because of being able to see the original Happy storyline, and then where it jumped to once the creators Matt Fife and Matt Rogers became comic book stars and got published under a Keen Spot, which many of the other people we love following, like Troy Dungara and Rob Potsy-Pachek, and lots of great entities that are part of the Keen Spot group. But we see Haps and Happy onto this planet with all kinds of star creatures and stuff, and a bunch of things happen to Happy, and then all of a sudden he ends up getting to a different part of the planet and finds some unique and interesting other things that are going on. We also have issue number 2, and I'm sitting here seeing these wrestling covers coming out, thinking, ah, cool. And so these are fun. Not thinking that it's going to go into that style storyline, but sure as shit, we end up crossing over to, we meet the super wizard. That's this Hulk Hogan wrestler style character, just all goofified. And we get to learn more about him and what's going on with this planet and why these stars are doing what they're doing and what the planet's powers are. And it's just another fun exploratory uh, region for Happy to go check out. It just it's like you got Hap, the robot that kind of like ended up in Happy's world, and it's just being such a little shit to Happy. So I'm kind of curious where those two are going to go. What's going to happen with them? If they're going to end up becoming friends eventually, or if they're going to always be messing with each other, or what's going to happen. But we'll have to see as the story keeps going. But I'm loving it. Check those out. Now done by Keenspot Entertainment, Matt Rogers, Matt Fife. We can also catch on Cartoons by Night, which is done by Anthony with Anthony from Crimson Gull Comic Club. See what they're up to, what they've been drawing and doing. I'm so far behind on their episodes. I couldn't tell you where they're at the moment. I got to get caught up on things. I myself took a break from drawing to get back to reading. Now I got to get back to drawing. Now that I've been getting a bunch of reading done. But we got Harley Quinn number 33. I got this one because of the Harley Bunny on the cover. I skipped a couple episodes. Then I seen this Harley Quinn dressed bunny rabbit character, and I find out the character's dead on the cover once I get it. I didn't realize it when I bought it. But Harley goes into this goofy world type. I mean, we're dealing with all these multiversal crossovers, so you're like still dealing with Harley, and she's got this like spy character or detective character, not spy character, that's kind of helping her along the way, and we're seeing Harley's seeing what happens to Ivy in the future, and just all the things going on with all the different Harleys getting taken out by this evil entity. We got giant dog in here. We got headless winged characters that she's got to deal with, and there's just so much stuff that she crosses over with. But while she's dealing with that, we're also getting some flashbacks that are introducing us to a little bit more stuff. And I love what they did in the end of this to give us a final little flashback to some more things. So it kind of like just keeps giving you a little more twists and turns throughout these issues. I should stay on it permanently, but I know I can get them in a bargain bin down the road, a bunch of them. So that's why I'm just picking up the key issues that grab me, or if there's a short storyline that's catches my interest, I've been jumping on those certain ones. But and then let's check out Harley Quinn Black, White, and Red. These are a blast. This is issue number 4. By the way, Harley Quinn was done by I got this soul shredding short story by Gretchen Felker and Martin and Hayden Sherman. And then the main story is done. Get my pages to separate. They're being stubborn. They don't even have. I hate when they put it in a few. Tina Howard and Sweeney Boo. And then Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Redder, number 4. Someone trying to get up by me here, I see. Yeah. Harley Quinn and 7 Sidekicks. Zoe Thorogood and Matthew Levine. And this is fun seeing these younger Harley Quinns looking up to Harley and learning about her more and finding out what she's like and getting taught some bad things from her. Yeah, that was an interesting story. You got A Voice Traveling by Kyle Starks, Chris Schweizer, and Matthew Levine. And this one, she's got her hyenas with her and this gangster type guy that just is set on just ticking her off, causing problems. And she does what she does and has to put people in their place and teach someone a lesson. And then our last one was Golden Years by Sean Lewis, Hayden Sherman, and Hassan Atsmain Alou, and Chris Conroy. And this was a fun one, seeing a crossover with old lady Harley Quinn and basically Alien and Harley Quinn crossing over in one storyline. And it's just fun seeing the old lady Harley just trying to still being a badass, but her body's breaking down and she's just trying to keep going. See her dragging her big old mallet. And some people come and pick on her for dragging her mallet. She's like, oh, here, I'll use the mallet then. Don't want her to use the mallet. But yeah, those are a blast. If you haven't been following any of those black, white, blue, black, white, red, black, white, gold, black, white, whatever's, black, white, blood, you're missing out. They're all on the basis of like 3 short stories, complete stories. I think the only one that really gave me any like continuations of some of the stories was in the Star Wars Darth Vader one. But other than that, they've been a lot of fun, and I will keep getting those as long as I can. But keep following Under the Color of MS. Check out Crimson Color Comic Club. And we will get back to you with more stuff soon. Rate, review, tell a friend. Help us get some more clicks. We need them. We are so far from even getting anybody to acknowledge us. Don't mind my cat. He's all wide-eyed and freaked out because he is high as shit. He had 6 teeth removed, and they put a topical pain ointment on the back of his neck that's supposed to last for 4 days, and it got him super wasted. And he has been very lovey-dovey. You would think that he took some ecstasy. He loves being petted right now. It's just fun. Let me harder. Come on, give me more. Oh, Lemmy. You crack me up. But his eyes are normal, or almost normal now. He's almost got his cat eyes back. But 3 days, his eyes were solid black circles. So you knew he was completely wasted. They're still a little intense, looking a little bit bigger than normal. Hopefully they'll mellow out. But yeah, great review. Tell a friend. Keep following us, and we'll get back to you with more goodies sometime soon. We still got a big stack. We'll get at least 2 more issues probably out of it. So watch for this weekend. We might have some more. Bye.